Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Sunday morning, and I'm like getting ready for my day and all that kind of cool, groovy stuff. And let's just do a little smudging. I hope you had that you were have seen my Sunday morning. There we go. Sunday morning video over at the lake. We did, Gabby and I did a drumming over at the lake. We were on the pier today. It was really pretty cool because there's these two guys that were over in our spot. And we just didn't want to tell them to move. So we adapt and overcome, and we actually really dug being out over the water. I mean, it's on the pier, but still the water is underneath. And then, and can you really connect to Mother? Oh, heck yeah. It was phenomenal. We enjoyed it very, very much. So I hope you get a chance to go back. You can either watch it on Facebook or go to YouTube. It's on YouTube as well. There's that first one. But we're using the Sacred Earth Oracle. I like these cards. It's like sitting down. Hey, good morning, Jack. And talking to, okay, there we go, to your ancestors, to your elders, to your grandmas. They always knew this cool information, these wisdoms that we often were like, oh, yeah, I love those insights. So that's what these cards kind of remind me of, that kind of insight. Okay, and A, B, C, D, and there you go. Let's see where we're going to start with. All right, the energy coming in is renewal. Okay, so renewal can have a couple of different concepts. Now, we can have a renewal like when we renew a license or a contract. We can have a renewal when things come back into our life. I'm getting that this is more of life contract oriented. Okay, I'm getting this is more life contract oriented, and the opportunity to look at things, your agreements, and modify what you need to modify. So this is kind of like that your lease. Okay, think of this as your lease on life. Your lease on life is getting ready to expire. Not that you're going to expire, but that agreement is going to expire. And you now have this opportunity to renegotiate things that you want in your life contract. Okay? So what's our obstacle? Our obstacle is ourself. My mom used to always say, well, your eyes were bigger than your stomach. Because I remember as a kid, there were a couple of times we went to like a banquet or buffet kind of thing, and I would load my plate up and I couldn't eat the whole thing. So I was always, as my mother said, my eyes were bigger than my stomach, meaning that I was hungry for all of these different things, but I could really only have a little bit of it, and then I was full or content. And so this is what this energy, this obstacle is that your eyes are going to be bigger than your metaphoric stomach when you're at that banquet of life kind of thing. So this is the obstacle. Good morning. This is that obstacle that we're talking about to that first instance, or that idea of renewing our contract. We'll want a lot more than what we can really handle. Now, our help is unity. And what I really, the first thing that popped into my head was, I've got your back. So reality does do a beautiful thing and does give us a check-in and keeps us, what I'm going to call kind of like keeping it together. It keeps us in a place of keeping it together. So reality does check in. Reality does come through. The universe does love us and protect us and nurture us. I thought that was kind of cool with that. So it's like, yeah, even though we may have great big grandiose ideas or, that sense of our eyes being bigger than our stomach at the buffet, the universe does love us enough to keep us in check. Now, what's really cool about this opportunity to renegotiate your life contract is that now you can really, and when I'm saying revolution, I don't want you to take it, I know, isn't it really pretty? I don't want you to take it as in like, woo, I'm going to go ahead and start the third, World War III or the Second American Revolution or whatever. No, it's not on a negative aspect. This revolution is kind of like, hola, Christy, how are you? This revelation or revolution is a revelation. It is a revolution of self where you're finally in this spot, this place in your life that you are allowing yourself, and yes, I'm using that phrase, allowing yourself to vibrate who you really are and be who you are. You're being more authentic. It's like you're not worried about if somebody sees you as the, gypsy dressing, hobo looking, drives a crazy, hoopty car kind of person, and being your authentic, genuine self. So this revolution isn't, hey, hello. This revolution, I was just thinking about you, Sylvia. This revolution of self is more related to the birthing of yourself or the recreation, the rebirthing of yourself, and allowing that to come through. And people look at you in a totally different aspect. And I mean it in a positive way, not a negative way. It's a real positive experience through there. Okay, here is some of the things that are kind of like, okay, everything can't be peaches and cream. There's always got to be some kind of fly in there or ants in it or something like that. And this is about, it's not about you, it's about them, okay? You're going to find that you're going to be kind of riding a little solo for a while when it comes to your support or what you thought was your support. Now, not everybody's going to go through this. What we're going to, to this extreme. There are some of us that will be, just you're getting rid of the last of the people that are really not a part of your vibe tribe. Or you're going to be in a position where there's a little shakeup of your vibe tribe because some people have a difficult time riding on your coattails, and that's kind of like a cool thing because you don't want everybody always riding on your coattails because then it'll weigh you down and you carry everybody else's burdens. So what's going to be happening through here with this dependability card is that people will be, those that have been soul-sucking are going to kind of fall off to the side. So when you start kind of like disconnecting or unwinding in particular relationships, don't take it as a negative. Take it as in you're just relieving yourself of some things that have kind of become almost cumbersome, in essence, almost cumbersome. So yeah, things that were really unnecessary fall to the side, and don't have any teardrops on that. Allow it to fall to the side, because you're making room for things that are really a lot more important. This absence upside down tells me, it kind of reinforces with that. Right now, most of us are at a place we're not really sure what we want to fill into that space. So that's why it was like, when I did my Reiki healing this morning, I focused on, okay, as we clear this space, let's just throw peace in here. Peace is really easy. And when we are experiencing peace, we're going to have this ability to look at things in a greater perspective, or a deeper perspective. We don't have a lot of negative chitter chatter going through our head that would be blocking any kind of like true vibration or vibrational messages that we're receiving. So dig this time. You have this opportunity to renegotiate your life contract. And as you renegotiate your life contract, you're going to be doing things that are more in the benefit for self. Some people aren't going to dig that, and they're going to fall to the wayside. That's cool. And that can also be even scenarios or situations that you're in fall to the wayside. They just can't vibrate. They can't hang with you as you're going through your growth and you're going in to be who you really are and what you really want to do. It's like, finally, I don't have to make other people happy. I can focus on me. And then you're going to realize some of those people you were working really hard to make happy kind of fall to the side. You're not going to miss it. You're not going to miss those relationships, because in all of those things that you let go of, you have now filled that space with peace. And that peace will fill that space and continue to hold that space until you decide what you want to place there. So I hope you enjoyed this morning's reading, and it's actually for the week. So it's a real positive week when you think about it. Thank you, Jack. I dig that. It's a real positive week when you think about it. Even though we're going to be having some unpleasant things that occur, they're really for the best. It's kind of like nobody wants to go and get their teeth cleaned, or nobody really wants to go in and get an enema, and that kind of stuff. But when it's all over and done, you're like, oh my God, my mouth feels so good, or oh my God, my tummy is so flat. Either way, it's a win-win, right? So peace, love, harmony. I know that was weird. Woo! Hope you have a wonderful day. People aren't happy about it, but you're right. You are so right. We have, especially people that are empaths, or people that have a high vibration, and we have really greater discernment. Man, people get so pissed when we change. They do. They get really, really angry. And I think a big part of who we are and what we do is that we're at a particular place, and we want everybody to be in that happy, good, high vibrating place with us. So we'll, be constantly kind of bringing them up there or showing them. But I think often people don't want that kind of accountability. They don't want that kind of investment. And they really kind of like riding on your energy as opposed to learning how to work with their own energy. And then when you start cutting them off from the energy source, they get pissed. And that's okay. That's totally okay. All right, just remember that's okay. Mara said it's okay. They can be angry all they want. But in essence, they're more angry at themselves. They just want to displace them to you. Girl, when I succeed makes them feel like they are being left behind. Hey, you know what? Then they either need to be a part of your success in a positive way to bring up that vibration, or they need to get off your coattail. You don't need that. Keep that thought there. Y'all have a beautiful day. I got to go get ready.